Good morning. Today is Thursday, April 24th, and we're on a road trip. Yeah, we're about, 12 miles into a 200-mile commute to, I'm going to Michaux State Park first and do a few things there. And then I got a campsite in the Michaux State Forest for tonight. And then tomorrow I'm going to the Mid-Atlantic Hammock Hangers Association Spring Hang at Caledonia State Park. So we got a hell of a drive to do here. And so I may check in from time to time, but until then, I might be to Pine Grove before I get back to you again. So hang in there. All right, I'm back on 2-lane highway. I'm just a little bit east of Fayetteville, Pennsylvania, headed for Interstate 99. And I think I averted my crisis. I guess the phone charging cable I got at Sheets 6 months ago took a shit. So I stopped at Sheets in Phillipsburg and got another one. And knock on wood, I'm not going to knock because I don't have a free hand. Knock on wood, my phone is charging, because if my phone dies, I'm toast. So that's where we stand. I'm about halfway there. So I'll check in with you. I'll check in with you if anything happens or when I get there. I'm about 30 miles away from Michaux State Park. And you can tell by the trees here that the foliage is out quite a bit more than at home. But all I can say is people that live around here must go through a set of brake shoes a week, because my God, it's just up one mountain and down the other, switchbacks, and holy shit. You know, where I work, truck drivers that come in and complain about our mountains, which aren't mountains, they're just foothills. But baby, they better be happy they never drove out here, because holy crap. Okay, I'm in the home stretch now, I guess. We'll see how many more times I say that, but we're getting there. Well, I made it. Yeah, this is the parking for our campsite. This is Michaux State Forest, site number 5, which they call Sawmill. And I just walked back in there to meet my cohorts, and it doesn't look too bad back there. I'm pretty impressed. Sometimes other videos and pictures don't do it justice, but yeah, this is going to work out all right, I think. So. Okay, I'm going to get my stuff out and drag it down there. And I picked 2 trees already, but you know me, I never end up on the same trees I start on. So we'll see how that goes. And supposedly there's some kind of brush fire or something within not too far from here. So hopefully we don't get a bunch of smoke or whatever, but I met quite a few fire trucks on the way here, and we just saw a helicopter fly over going that direction, so we'll see how that works out. Okay, let me get my stuff. Well, gang, here's what we got going on here. We're in site number 5 in the Michaux State Forest, and on the way here I met numerous fire trucks coming toward me. So they were going north, and so I asked them at the park office what was going on, and they said there was a forest fire. And now we're in our site, and helicopters keep flying over, and I don't know if it'll really show up on this video or not, but there's smoke down through there. I'm gonna pan around, and you can tell that's smoky. I don't smell smoke, but I mean, okay, look over here. The sky is blue, but over here, that's smoke. So I don't know, you know, we may end up getting chased out of here or may have to leave on our own depending on what goes on. But helicopters keep flying over, and a little bit ago, we heard a fire truck go by because the road's right out there. I heard a fire truck going by going that way. So I don't know what's going to happen here, but at any rate, Tom and Leslie went back to get Jeannie. She's coming down, and they're meeting her at the park office, bringing her up here. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. But I don't know. I don't know where we're going to go if we have to leave here. Might end up going someplace and sleeping in the car. The drama. Okay, we will check back in if something happens, but we'll talk to you later. I don't know. I think it's clearing up a little now. Anyhow, Tom and Leslie went back to get the fourth member of our party, but I'm going to eat. And tonight on the menu, I got this for Christmas. Stuffed pepper soup. Here, I'll show you what it looks like in its raw form. Bears the same strange resemblance to dog food to me, but I hope it tastes good. Smells good. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. But, yeah, I don't know. Maybe the wind's shifting or something, but I can see blue sky up there now. So I think the situation's improving. All right. Till the next time. All right, man, dinner is served. It's basically stuffed peppers without the peppers. And I had one bite, and it is damn good. Yeah, it is damn good. I'll tell you the name of the stuff, or who makes it, here in a minute. But my wife found it at the Pennsylvania Farm Show. They have a website. I'll get back with you and tell you what it is. Here we go. It's on the other side of the pouch. On Point Adventure Foods. www.onpointadventurefoods.com. Good stuff. Made in Pennsylvania. All right. Looks like my cohorts are back. Smoke seems to be clearing a little to me. Doesn't look quite as bad. Well, the smoke is cleared out, so I don't know if they got the fire out or what, but it isn't nearly as smoky anymore. You probably really can't tell it from this video, but it's clear. I'd say it's going to be a starry night. And I got my tarp set up. Yeah, I went ahead and put it out because there she is. That's my sleeping quarters. Getting a little chilly too. After being almost 80 today, it's cooling right down. It's probably still 68 degrees, but it feels cool after being so warm. All right, well, obviously no fire tonight, so we're just gonna sit around and shoot the shit. And then tomorrow, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'll be sure to take you along. All right, later on. I'm trying to see if you can actually see the stars. I see a few twinkles. Can you see the twinkles? I think I'm into the trees too much now. I think they're all over here. All right, it's 9:15 and I'm headed into the hammock. Not necessarily to go to sleep, but do some heavy duty candy crushing. If anything happens, I'll be back. Otherwise, I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. It is Friday morning, April 25th, and it's about 6 in the morning. When I slept really good, but I woke up about my usual time, like 4:30. Never went back to sleep. I set a world record low, I think, for getting up to pee. I only got up 4 times, but things are coming to life around here. I'm gonna shut up for 30 seconds and we'll see if you can hear the birds and stuff. Here goes. All right, I'm going to drag myself out of here in a minute, but it's nice and cozy in here, so I'm in no rush. But I could use some coffee, and today's plan is to hike some of the AT and then go down to the campsite at Caledonia. So once I get out of here, I'll be back with you. All right, I'm upright and moving. We'll show you around this place a little bit. First thing we'll do is walk over here to the entrance path, and I'll kind of scan the place so you can get an idea what it looks like. Okay, now we'll walk back to the parking area so you can get an idea how far that is. We'll count steps to the car, see how far it is. Well, that was 150 steps, so 450 feet, somewhere there, abouts to from the campsite to the parking area. Okay, let me go back and drop my food bag, and then there's down this path, there's a little waterway. We'll take a walk down there. So only about 200 feet from the campsite, you come to this first little watershed here, which is flowing pretty good right now. In dry spells, who's to say that you could get water out of here, but be kind of difficult. Plus, you got better water down here, which I'll show you. A lot of water here. Trail continues that way, so you gotta, there's a rock hop there, or I don't know if somebody attempted to construct a bridge there, but I don't know, the rock hop looks a little safer. So here's your water source if you're camping at Camp 5 Sawmill in the Michaux State Forest. This looks like it'd be pretty reliable all the time. Look how clear that is. Okay, I got my water cooking, but I might as well start tearing down while I'm waiting. All right, my company left, so I can talk a little louder now. I'm a little self-conscious about talking to this thing when I got other people around, but I shouldn't be. I keep telling myself I'm not going to, but I always am. So I got the tarp tore down that far while my breakfast was preparing, so I'm gonna finish packing up here and then I'm gonna head out, and my plan is to find the halfway point on the AT. So when I get around to leaving, I'll be back. All right, packed up, torn down, got to get my camera. Everything else is in the car. So from here, I'm headed to parts unknown to try and find that halfway point on the Appalachian Trail. We'll see when we get there, or when we get to where we park, or whatever we're gonna do. Got to find it first. All right, I found my spot. There's where I parked, and the Appalachian Trail is right down here. I can see the signs. So they tell me that this is a pretty flat hike, but man, when I'm looking out through there, it sure as hell don't look flat to me. But I guess we'll find out. Okay, away we go. I'm about 3/8 of a mile in, and the road I came in on is right up there, and I just saw a fire truck go by. Oh, there must be a switch back there, because now he's coming back down. Yeah, that's the road I came in on. But I mean, there's no lights or siren, and I don't see any signs of smoke, but yeah, this is not ideal, but hey, until I see some danger, I'm gonna keep going. Well, this is cool. I think I've made it to Tom's Run shelter. I didn't think I was this close, but here I is. It's right after that bridge I just showed you. Nice water source here. Hell yeah, you can stick your smart water bottle right under that. Probably didn't flow that good all the time. Let's check this out. Must be a pipe spring up there somewhere. That's convenient. You wouldn't have to filter it probably, but I probably would anyway. Here's a tent pad. Little picnic pavilion. And then the shelter's down here. Pretty nicely maintained. There's some tent pads, community fire rings with very nice chairs. God bless the person who hiked them down in here, or built them, whichever it was. Very nice. Get some still pictures of this joint. This is nice. I could live here. How deceptive. They didn't carry that stuff back here. Right after the shelter, it turned to this road. Convenient. So I must be coming to another road. I think I see it. I think I see it. It's my destination. Yes, I see it. I recognize it. All right, man. This is cool. There it is. Now, that's not accurate anymore, but it's still iconic. 1,090 and a half to Springer, 1,090 and a half to Katahdin. Okay, I see they got a little post here that must be set up for selfies. We'll see how that works. This is cool. I am halfway on my ET journey because I got to turn around and hike back. So does that count? Counts to me. Well, looky who I found. You don't seem to want to move either. Come on, buddy. Just let me by. We'll see how long this takes. I'm on my way back down the hill and past this campsite they call Birch Tree. I can't remember the number, but I figured I'm here, why not stop and check it out? So here we are. It's on a ridge side, ridge top. I suppose when the leaves are on the trees, you aren't going to see much, but see what it's like. Well, here she is. Looks like a lot of mountain bikes come through here. Lots of little scrubby trees. Yeah. I mean, the little scrubby trees are nicely spaced, but I don't think they're substantial enough to support a hammock. Put a lot of tents in here, but hammocks, I'd be leery of them trees. They look like they'd sway around quite a bit. I mean, everything in here is like that. All right, there it is. Campsite Birch Tree. I think it's number 8, if I remember right. My bad, it's campsite 4, not 8. Continuing on down the hill, here's another campsite, Pitch Pine. Short walk back here to a picnic table and the site. We'll take a look. Not too bad. Pretty nice tent spot right down there, but hammocks. The trees are kind of scrubby. I see maybe one. And it might screw with your tarp a little bit. Them little ones are kind of scrubby, guys. Let's take a looky. People feel compelled to carve the things. It doesn't move too much. Yeah, they kind of move. It might play hell with your tarp. Don't see much else unless you move that picnic table, and then you're kind of close to the fire. I hate doing that. I don't want to burn my tarp up. Okay, well, there it is. Whatever I said this was. Pitch pine. Yeah, not bad. Well, any of you that follow AT action will recognize this place. It's the Pine Grove Furnace General Store. That's where they have the half-gallon challenge. You complete half the Appalachian Trail, you eat half a gallon of ice cream. So I went in and asked them, I said, since I went to the halfway point, do I get to do the half-gallon challenge? And they laughed at me. Can you believe that? They laughed at me. Just because I only did it in 2 miles. I mean, I guess I can see their point. All right, now I'm headed over to the AT Museum. I guess the wildfires are still burning pretty good. I think they're over that way somewhere. And it's quite windy today, so that's not a good situation. Okay, we're gonna see if the AT Museum's open. I don't know, it doesn't look like it is. Well, unfortunately, the museum's only open on weekends until May 1st. So, I guess I am headed to Caledonia State Park, where hopefully we're not in a wildfire danger. I hope. Okay, off we go. I finally made it down here to Caledonia. The fires are still going on, but they're all up north, so, but they're having a hard time getting them under control. Surprisingly, we got some people with fires around here, which I did not think was allowed, but they got them anyway. I don't know. I hope they keep track of them. You don't need any more fires. Okay, well, I'm gonna head down to another site and hang out with Tom and Leslie for a while. And then tomorrow, oh, did I mention it rained for a little bit today? Yeah, my new tarp finally got baptized. And they say it's gonna rain tomorrow. We'll see. Hopefully I can do a little walk around and look at everybody's stuff, but we'll see. Looking forward to another night in a different hammock tonight. I'm gonna try and do the trifecta and sleep in a different hammock each of the 3 nights, so we'll see how that goes. All right, man. I'll check back, see you in a bit. It's 5 after 8 and it's raining. Listen. Gonna be a long night. Good morning. It is Saturday. It is raining and I am headed for the bathroom and the breakfast line. It's not pouring, it's just a nice shower. Can't complain about that too much, I guess. But yeah, I think we're having French toast this morning. No breakfast burritos, I don't think, unless they change things up. We'll see. Right now, I'm headed for that brown building with the brown door. That was a good breakfast. Yeah, and you can see I'm in rain mode here. Figures as soon as I break out the poncho, it let up quite a bit, but it's still dripping off the trees a lot. I think this is the first time this rain poncho's ever gotten wet, so I've carried it around long enough. It's time to put it to use. Okay, well, I am headed down to the park office just for something to do, and get down and see if I can rip off their Wi-Fi for a few minutes. And they probably got a heated bathroom too, even though there's a bathroom up there, but it's not exactly very plush. Okay, I'm headed down the Midland Trail right now, and it's about, I don't know, 3/4 of a mile to the office. It is now a little bit after noon, and I'm out to do some exploring because, let me see if this shows up. Check that out. Blue sky. Yes, the rain has stopped for the interim, but I think it's supposed to start again. I think maybe tonight. Anyhow, on the map, it looks to me like you can take this trail to go to the RV campground. I don't know, you got to cross this creek, so I'm gonna try it, do a little exploring. Didn't get to do any exploring last time, and we'll see how this proceeds. That's just gonna go right back to where I came from. I see a path on the other side of the creek. Let me check my GPS. All right, you're supposed to cross this creek up here, but ruh-roh. I think there used to be a bridge here, but there ain't a bridge no more. I could get my feet wet, but I don't want to. Somebody adventurous would probably go across that log, but there's no bark on it. I wouldn't do it anyway, but it looks pretty damn slippery to me. Oh well, so much for that. I guess if I want to go there, I either got to walk up the road or drive. All right, shoot. On to the next adventure, I guess. Well, I made the treacherous half-mile road walk from down at the group camping area to Hosack Run Campground, and I want to check this place out. I didn't do it when I was here last fall and I regretted it, so I'm doing it this time. Okay, let's go check her out. I guess we're going left here. Quarry Gap Road. That says it's dead end. Huh. I didn't think they called dead end roads dead end anymore. They called them no outlet. But at any rate, we're headed this way. See how much video I can do in here without invading anybody's privacy. Probably not much. I guess the sights are kind of tight. Not bad. And all the RV sites look like they're asphalt pads. Site 136. Must go back in here quite a ways. Almost every site I passed back there had dogs in it, so I assume that's pets, but they weren't marked in any manner. And then this is interesting. There's all the site posts, and it's just like a cul-de-sac with right out in full sun. That wouldn't be my gig. I just hoofed up a pretty good grade to get here. It's kind of nice, but I don't know. Looks like I'm going back down the hill now. Okay, I guess every site in this campground is a pet site. That would explain why it's not designated. I see a hammock down here. I wonder if that's the lady I met on the trail this morning. Okay, there's site 172, and it's obviously full hookup. So I see a sewer hose going in the ground and water dripping from the hydrant. Well, that was enough of a walkthrough for me. I wasn't really paying a whole lot of attention, but I didn't see anywhere to go to the restroom or take a shower. Obviously it's in there somewhere, but not my type of place, I guess. I guess if you never camped anywhere else, maybe it is. Okay, I'm going back to my gig.
And then you bury it. Thank you. John Rammel at Trailheads has sent us a couple of different things. These are really nice. These are stake tie-down roll-ups. So you put your stakes and your tie-downs in here. It's got slots. Then you can roll it up. And there's a elastic on the other side that holds it closed. It makes it really easy for you to pack up.
Spend more money? Win more.
7 0 0 4. Before everyone gets up and leaves, we would like kids first, then adults. We have a little grab bin of just stuff we had lying around. All of it's free.
Oh, I got kids first. There was a guy who had one of those in Statesboro when I rode in Statesboro. Yep. He rode with us. Yeah, for like the Sand Foss run.
Good morning. It is Sunday, April 27th, and I'm in the process of tearing down. I'm probably halfway there, but I still got my morning coffee gear explosion over here on the stump, so I'm gonna be a while tearing down. Right now I'm a little concerned about getting out of here with the forest fire situation. I hope I don't get detoured or have to go too far out of my way, but whatever. Okay, well, you can see I have no backpack or wagon, so it's going to be probably 4 trips to get all this stuff out of here, but gonna get down to the park office after I get done tearing down and message my wife, tell her I'm coming home, and probably when I get home I'll give you the full field rundown about what went on. Okay, well, that's a wrap. Everything's in the car. got my good shoes on, and another Maha is over. Now I got the adventure of driving 4 hours home. So I'm gonna call this the outro because I don't think anything exciting should happen. But if it does, I may be back. So from Caledonia State Park I think I'm in Franklin County. I didn't know it, but right up there I crossed the county line when I walked to the campground. So from Franklin County, until next time, we will see you later.